You know, it's a big mistake that I see new filmmakers make. They think filmmaking is about shots. You know, cinematic slow-mos, drones, anamorphic sunsets, all the good stuff. Yeah, it's all great. It's beautiful. Makes for a great reel. But stories, transformation, emotion, those are the important bits. Here's the problem. Those visuals only matter if we care about the human being inside the frame.
Who cares?
So today, I want to break down what new filmmakers consistently get wrong about story and how you can fix it. Not in theory, but in real practice. So let's go. Here's the first thing to think about. Story isn't about events, it's about change. A lot of filmmakers, a lot of new filmmakers particularly, describe a story like a calendar, right? We follow this person, then we go here, then we do this. That's not really a story. That's just, things happening. A real story requires change. It's a shift that happens, a before and after. I learned this firsthand working on Haki Rising. This was a documentary film that I produced a few years ago.
Hi, I am Haki Agdenis, and I am Pizza Man.
When we started filming, Haki talked a lot about his past and everything he'd gone through to get where he is, and it was great. But as we kept filming, something bigger began to emerge, a transformation happening in real time. Haki started to realize that everything he'd built, everything he had, wasn't because he did it alone. It was because people had shown up for him. They supported him. They believed in him when he needed it most. And the irony? Well, it was his own generosity, positivity, and kindness that had inspired people to help him in the first place. That shift, that internal, that self-realization, that was the story. Not the events, not the timeline, not the obstacles. It was the internal change. If nothing changes, you don't have a story. You have a highlight reel. Think about your film and ask yourself, what is the transformation my main character goes through? And how can I show the moment they realize it?
It's all beginning to make sense.
All right, here's tip number 2. You're not filming a topic, you're filming a person. This one feels huge. A lot of new filmmakers fall in love with topics. You might say, we want to make a film about motorcycle culture, or you want to make a film about climate change. We want to do something about creativity. Those are just topics. They're not stories. People are stories. And that became clear to me on something I did called Little Giant, the PW50 story. The original idea was simple. We needed to tell a story about the iconic Yamaha PW50. It's like this legendary little dirt bike that had shaped childhoods for decades. Super cool. But a topic can't carry a documentary. We needed a person. We needed some heart, right? So enter Brett Smith and his daughter. Suddenly the film wasn't about a motorcycle. It was about a father teaching his daughter to ride for the very first time. It was about vulnerability, trust, fear, pride, and letting his daughter fail and fall.
That's not how this was supposed to go.
So they can get back up again, right? The PW50 became the backdrop. The real story was Brett's journey with his daughter. New filmmakers often miss this. Your topic is the setting. Your person is the story. So when you go to your next project, think about this. Ask yourself, whose emotional journey am I filming? Who's it about? And am I following the person, not the topic? All right, tip number 3. Conflict isn't negative, it's necessary. New filmmakers try to avoid conflict sometimes because they don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, and I get it. But conflict is not the enemy. It's the engine. Conflict doesn't have to be confrontational. Sometimes it's internal, right? Fear, pressure, doubt, the weight of expectations. The question, am I enough? Who am I? Who am I? These are huge. Those battles are just as powerful as external ones. If there's no tension, there's nothing pulling the story forward. It's all flat lines. And flat lines mean no pulse. And that's what we're trying to create. Some sort of pulse, something that awakens us within and a journey that we can follow. So ask yourself this: what is at stake for my character and what tension, internal or external, is pushing them forward? Tip number 4. Moments matter more than beautiful shots. This can be a hard one because everyone loves beautiful footage. But beautiful footage without a moment, well, you know what? It's just wallpaper. It's candy. A shaky, imperfect handheld moment that feels real and emotional is worth way more than the cleanest, most expensive camera move. When you're filming documentaries, your job is to chase moments. Tiny human interactions that reveal truth. A pause before an answer. A nervous laugh. Someone choosing to be vulnerable even when it's hard. If you're too focused on your lens choice or your LUT, you'll miss the moment. And the moment is the movie. It's what matters most. So when you're filming, ask yourself this: what real unscripted moment reveals who my character truly is? And am I ready to capture it? And one last thing, tip number 5. Story comes from curiosity, not control. A lot of new filmmakers want to control everything. But documentary doesn't care about your plan. The best filmmakers, especially in doc, are curious first. They ask one more question. They stay 5 minutes longer. They notice a detail everyone else misses. They follow the thread even when it wasn't in the outline. Curiosity is what reveals the story you didn't know you were filming in the first place. And those are often your best films. It's the magic of filmmaking. So ask yourself this: what question am I genuinely curious about, and where might the story go if I let that curiosity lead?
Let me lead you now.
Guys, here's the truth about story. It's not complicated. It's human. It's emotional. It's personal. If you focus on people, not topics, transformation, not events, moments, not montages, curiosity, not control, you'll tell stories people actually feel, because story is not about what happened. It's about what changed.
What changed?
What changed? What a change.
Subscribe for more content. Follow us along. And of course, get out there and make something cool. I'll see you next time. Bye.